My name is your Seneca. Welcome to this casual channel where we talk anything. Today we're going to be talking White Lotus season 3 and theorizing about who is going to die. And who's also going to be the killer. So, White Lotus is something that I have loved from the very first episode. Every season I look forward to it, and I feel as though there hasn't been a show that has been this widely, that has sparked this much discourse, like this specific discourse, other than like Euphoria for people in my age bracket. I'm 25. I feel like we're kind of having very similar conversations and theories online in a way that we don't really see with reality TV, because Love is Blind is talked about and very popular, but the type of conversation this inspires seems to be as prolific as the one that Euphoria also inspires. Anyway, so I wanted to talk through in a very casual way. Also, this is a very casual channel, emphasis on a casual, talking through the casual moments. So I'm going to casually kind of mention who I think is going to die. No, who I think is going to be the killer and who I think is also going to die. So we have our list of characters. Of course, the season starts off with the foreshadowing of the fact that Belinda's son is having a little relaxation course. I think he's doing like a meditation course or a one-on-one thing with somebody. And he hears gunshots and somebody's floating in the water. And then we start the season, which is how it always goes. What we know about White Lotus is that typically there is a death at the end of every season. And that death is accidental from the for the most part, from the last like two seasons. Okay, so going off the fact that they've been accidental and they've typically been from people that we don't really suspect, that's kind of what I'm keeping in mind for this season. So I just kind of wanted to run through the characters to see like where we're at in thinking about theories. So the most obvious ones that I can think of, because let's go to most to kind of least obvious theories. The very first one is something that I think that we're all kind of thinking is just that it could be Rick, who was like the really old, in my opinion, kind of ugly, in my opinion, a little bit ugly, older guy who is dating the, I don't know her name in the thing, but I know her name is Amy, and she plays that one girl in Big Mouth, whatever. I think it's going to be, well, you'd think it would be him because, of course, they're playing up the idea that, you know, he has this grudge on his shoulder and is seeking revenge towards the person that killed his dad, who, and the person that killed his dad is the owner of the White Lotus's husband. Or I guess that's just whatever. So the most obvious story is just that, like, he is going to kill him because that's what they're telling us. But because it's always a death we never suspect, it's probably not that. So he's the most obvious thing. Second is the Radcliffe family. The dad is wanting to die because they're going to be poor and disgraced from society. So I kind of feel like, as of these last couple episodes, I have very strongly kind of leaned into like, oh, maybe it'll be he's going to take his family out and then kill himself, right? I kind of feel like that's a very heavy possibility, but that is also very expected. They are really like laying out like very murderous ideas and putting that in our heads. So that would be kind of my second idea. And it feels like the most realistic but it also kind of feels like it's a little too obvious. It can't be that because it's too obvious. Him and Rick, it's like too much. And then we have the third, all of these men that want to die, all these men that want to kill people are all older white men, like definitely over the age of like 45, that have people that like love and care about them, but they're not happy. So then the next person that I was thinking was Gary/Greg, who is on to Belinda, because Belinda knows that Gary is Greg. And that would be kind of I was gonna rank them from like what I said down to the last one that I said. Like, maybe it's Greg killing a bunch of people because he's gonna have this like party or whatever, and maybe it would just be like a bunch of people die. But I kind of feel like that is also another obvious one where, and I also kind of feel like they're not gonna kill her off because it's just too obvious. So it could be Belinda that's gonna die, by Greg's hand, Gary, but no. And, what else was I thinking? Okay, so we could also, there are some that I've like kind of thought of myself, but they were inspired a little bit by other people, just by like random YouTube videos that I cannot remember. So I wish I could credit some of these theories and where I got them from. But at the same time, I simply watched these YouTube videos and didn't think I was gonna like make anything about them until just now. So like I'm not crediting some of these theories because I've either just saw them on like Reddit or YouTube, not thinking about them at all. Maybe I will include them in the bio if I can, but I simply just did not think I was gonna think about them later. One of the theories that I saw was that Lisa, because, you know, she's this thing with guy talk, King Guy Talk. Oh my gosh. I love him so much, but he just should not be he should not be a security guard. At first I felt bad for him because I was like, oh my god, he's just a sweet boy ending up in this really horrible position. Maybe he just needs to do this to like eat, you know? Like sometimes you can't help but like be unemployed for like months and then all of a sudden you have the security guard position and it's not his personality, but maybe he just needs to eat. And then I got really pissed at him because I was like, you got this gun taken away from you, and then all of a sudden you're like not telling anybody and you're gonna like threaten the guy who like took it from you and be like, I think you have something that I have. Shut up. Guy talk. You can't just like casually mention to this guy who was like so much money and power, I think you have something like guy talk. Anyway, the theory that I had, there was a theory that somebody else had about Lisa, thinking that one of the other like big kind of bad like security guards was maybe like in cahoots with her, and they may have like a little bit of a deal, and that potentially one of the big bad security guards was one of the guys that did like the heist. What is that even? What that a heist, a jewelry heist, where one of the security guards was one of them that like broke in and basically robbed the place. What the heck? I can't remember characters' names. That the girl who plays in Sex Education, Amy, and then did I say Big Mouth before? And whatever. I think that Lisa's working, or a theory put out that Lisa might be working with them too, and is taking advantage of guy talk in order to kind of get her way and to just like have some power for herself. I would be in such support of that theory. That would be so cool and so unexpected. From that though, because it's always somebody that's unexpected as the killer and the killed, what if, and this one is dark, okay, and this was all from my head, I promise. What if it's guy talk and he has like a breaking point and he becomes kind of like, he is secretly kind of incel-ish, and because he's in this unrequited love situation with the girl, I keep calling her Lisa. Her character's name, I can't remember what her character's name is, but you know what I'm talking about, the girl from Blackpink. She plays a character's name who I can't remember. What if he is like very upset with her about the fact that he can't have her, and he just one day snaps on everybody? Or what if maybe he accidentally is just like randomly just like shooting off the gun and then just kills somebody accidentally? I would either be fine with like an accidental shooting from him, or maybe he just gets into like a rage based off of rejection. I think that would be very unexpected. It would be really sad, but I would not see that coming, and neither would you, right? Anyway, there's like, okay, so we have the Radcliffe dad, Rick, Greg / Gary, guy talk. Oh, then we have like, I guess, Belinda or maybe the masseuse. It could be Belinda. Whoa, I did not consider this. It could be Belinda trying to maybe defend herself, and then she kind of gets caught in the crosshairs and like accidentally kills somebody. What if she kills a masseuse? You could literally do anything. Like, why am I getting so worked out about these things that are silly? You can throw out any theory. It's kind of fun to just think about, like, what if it's that one German guy who's like very awkward and is like, I was gonna sing later. I don't know his name at all. What if it's him? What if it's the hotel owner? Like, it genuinely could be anybody. And that's kind of exciting. Let me know who you think it could be, because I'm really just throwing out anything and any theory, and I love hearing about the other theories. If I find the YouTube video that I have drawn massive inspiration from, I will include it because I want to give people their proper credit. Let me know any theories you have. I think I just said that. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time of day it is, I hope you have an amazing, valuable morning, afternoon, or night.